In 1966, the Spring Bluff, or Pool Gardens housing development, was constructed to give low-income, many being hard-working families of Joliet, a decent, safe, sanitary, and affordable place to live and raise a family. Hundreds of families took advantage of this opportunity to utilize assisted housing to get on their feet, then return to mainstream society. Unfortunately, as time went on, the development soon became outdated and functionally obsolete. Generations of families with incomes below poverty lines, dependent on government assistance and little hope for bettering themselves, became the norm in public housing. The Housing Authority, the mayor, the city council, and the citizens of Joliet yearned for a fresh vision of affordable housing. Liberty Meadow Estates is that new direction, not only in the city of Joliet, but throughout the nation. This mixed-income housing community sits on 63 acres of beautiful Joliet greenland. The three-phase development will be home to nearly 200 families in single-family and duplex homes. Liberty Meadow Estates will be a mixed-income housing community.
Our plans are to take out the old in terms of our family housing developments and build new family housing developments. And those new developments are going to be mixed-income housing communities. And we realize that the only way to accomplish this is with the cooperation and support of the City of Joliet, Will County, and other public and private interests within the particular community.
It will provide an enhanced quality of life for families in terms of living environment, safety, and social norms. It will also provide an opportunity for home ownership to families yearning for a piece of the American dream.
We're getting away from the problems that we've had in the past, which is housing the poorest of the poor, and public housing being the housing of last resort. And we want mixed income housing communities where you have a mixture of incomes and also an enhanced quality of life and social standards for those that we serve. The end result, we're hoping, is that the families would have an opportunity for home ownership, which is our highest priority.
Liberty Meadow Estates is the Housing Authority's first of 3 planned initiatives to demolish, redevelop, and reinvent its large family housing development into mixed-income housing communities. Each initiative will also serve as a catalyst to complement the efforts of the City of Joliet, as well as other public and private sector interests in the revitalization and transformation of our communities. More importantly, mixed-income housing will reduce the social pathology caused by the concentrations of low-income families in highly dense multifamily developments. This will create a higher quality and standard of life not only for families, but the community in general.
The City of Joliet is very proud of its partnership with the Housing Authority of Joliet in helping develop Liberty Meadows. It is actually one of the finest projects the city has worked on over the past couple of decades, and we're a city that's done some great projects over the last 20 years. This is one of our finest, and I think the reason why it's one of our finest is that it's given us an opportunity to go to that next step in providing housing for people who need some help.
Prior to the Pool Gardens demolition, the average annual family income was $8,134. This represented the unemployed and underemployed families, many of whom were receiving some form of government assistance. The families of Liberty Meadow Estates will be housed based on income ranges to assure a true mixed-income housing community. Liberty Meadow Estates has received consistent and enthusiastic support from the state of Illinois, Will County, and the City of Joliet officials. IDA provided funding resources in excess of $12 million. Will County granted $350,000 in home funds, and the City of Joliet granted home funds in the amount of $620,000 for Phase 1 construction and an additional $430,000 for Phase 2 construction. Without this support, the community of Liberty Meadow Estates would not have been possible. First Midwest Bank sponsored our grant application for Affordable Housing Program funds through the Federal Home Loan Bank. This brought $203,645 to the project, and First Midwest Bank underwrote the $3 million $514,000 construction loan. Jim Rolfe and his team at First Midwest Bank provided local, private sector support important for the project.
I think what's important, First Midwest Bank working with the Joliet Housing Authority, is that there's a vision by the Housing Authority to create subdivisions and affordable housing which has a different definition for anybody that looks at it. But what we see here in Liberty Meadow Estates is just an amazing project, and one that the Housing Authority and First Midwest Bank and any of the other partners that have been a part of this, the City of Joliet, can be very proud of.
Liberty Meadow Estates Phase 1 is constructed on 30.71 acres. There are currently 38 single-family homes, with 22 being 4-bedroom, 16 are 3-bedroom. There are also 36 duplex homes, all of which are 3-bedroom homes. These single-family and duplex homes vary in size, with square footages ranging from 1,266 to 1,980. All the duplex homes feature a 1-car attached garage, and the single-family homes have 2-car attached garages. Each home is also equipped with all major appliances, including the range, refrigerator, dishwasher, and washer and dryer. All of the most beautiful pictures and impressive stats do not do justice to the effect that Liberty Meadows has already had on some of its new residents.
My name is Robert Ortiz, and I'm a resident at Liberty Meadow Estates. Being a newly graduate trying to get a better career, I finally was able to get a job as a teacher, so everything was, moving forward. But again, the economy was a little tough, so we realized we need a bigger home, to accommodate, myself, a family, this new child, and my 16-year-old boy. With the Housing Authority, we were actually able to get the home that we wanted at an extremely affordable price. And it makes a big difference. I don't think that without this program, that I would have been able to afford this type of home.
My name is Marvin Evans. I'm a resident of Liberty Meadow Estates. I'm a single dad with 4 children. My recent living arrangements before I moved out here to Liberty Meadows, I was living in a 2-bedroom apartment, in which they allowed me to move into a 4-bedroom home out here that basically allowed me to be more stable with my kids. Currently also allowed me to go back to school. I'm a student at ITT University, ex-Army and Navy, 4 years in the Navy, 4 years in the Army, and 4 years in the Navy also.
My name is Ebony Rucker. I am a resident of Liberty Meadow Estates. When I walked into the house, I was just screaming and just rubbing the walls like, oh my God, is this real? And I ran upstairs and I began to look around, and the kids, they were like, oh my God, are we really gone? We're gone. And I remember after everybody left, after I finally put something on my stomach, and the house was in chaos, boxes were everywhere, but I was like, okay, I laid down, and I remember my son came and I was like, I'm so scared. And he was like, what's wrong? And he was standing over me, and I told him, I said, I was scared to go to sleep. He said, you scared that when you wake up, it would have been a dream? And I said, yeah. He said, no, it's okay. You're not dreaming.
Liberty Meadow Estates is the beginning of a new day in the development of affordable housing, not only in the city of Joliet, but also in Will County.
I have to applaud the city of Joliet, Henry Morris, and the board. Anyone driving up and down Briggs Street and looks over here and sees this development, they're going to say, what a great development, what a great addition to the east side of Joliet.
It ushers us out of the multi-family public housing of the past, where families in need were forced into living on top of each other.
One of the reality checks in this was I was reading the 1937